students, welcome back to session 5 of chapter number 5, creating web pages with HTML. Today I'm going to teach you the new topic, and that is called as Marquee. This is a very important and very interesting tag in HTML. You can see I've created a small page for you where you can see there is text that is scrolling from one end to the other end. Uh, you might have seen this kind of scrolling in different news channels or in different web pages also. So this scrolling tag is generally created using the marquee tag. Okay, so today we are going to learn how to create the marquee tag. So marquee tag is basically scrolling text. This is a scrolling text uh, which can move or scroll in the web page uh, from one end to the other end. So how to create this? So for that I'll be using the same web page that we have created in our previous sessions. So I'm going to use this solar system page, and in this solar system we have got one uh, heading, that is the solar system. So I'll be using the solar system and I'll be scrolling that from one end to the other end. So this one looks like this. Our web page looks like this. As you can see, there is one heading called solar system. So I'll be uh, putting the marquee tag to this solar system, and we'll see how does solar system, the text solar system, will scroll using the marquee tag. So for that I'll just do simple coding here, and that simple coding is the tag called marquee. I'll just write marquee here, and I will close the marquee tag here. Okay, so simply do this much and save it and reload it. You see, the text that it was in the heading of the web page, now it is scrolling. Now we have created the marquee tag. Now this marquee tag needs to have some other uh, options, like we generally call it attribute. So we are going to put the attribute to this particular text that has been scrolling, that has been made scrolling on the web page. Let's see how to do that. So here we have got the first attribute, and this attribute, that attribute will help us to change the speed of the text, I mean the scrolling. So for that I have to put, okay, I'll just put a space for you so that there will be no confusion. So this is the marquee. So here I'll be putting the attribute, and that attribute is scroll amount. So scroll amount equals to, suppose I gave 1. Let's see what will happen if I gave 1 as the scroll amount. I'll reload it and let's see. So I've given the scroll amount equals to 1, and you can see the scroll amount 1 means this particular scrolling has become very slow. if you want the scroll amount to be a little bit faster, then I have to give a little bigger value, higher value. Let's say I'm giving 5. So what will happen if I give the value 5? Save and reload it. As you can see, higher the value, the scroll speed has increased. So in the same way, if I give the value 10, let's see what will happen. File, save, and reload it. See, higher the value, higher the value, the faster is the scroll. Okay, so this is the first attribute of your marquee tag. So next attribute of your marquee tag is the behavior. Now, generally what happens is, as you can see, this marquee is moving from the right hand side to the left hand side continuously. Now, sometimes I need that behavior to change. Like suppose I want the scroll to go from this end to this end and this end to this end. That means uh, like the seesaw. So for that, I have to give the next attribute, and that is generally called as behavior. So behavior are of three types. Number one is the scroll. Scroll is the default behavior. That means this one, what is going in here is generally called as the scrolling. Okay, so if I scroll, there will be no change in our HTML web page. This will keep on scrolling. That means this will go from the right hand side and it will go to the left hand side. Again, it will start from the right hand side, it will go to the left hand side. It will keep on continuing till we have got this web page. And the next behavior is called as slide. Slide. So what will happen is slide is it will start from this end and this will go till the left hand side and it will stop there. Okay, so I have written the behavior as slide. I'll save it and I reload it. See this sliding, it went, it stopped, it will stop it there. Okay, now the next one is called as alternate. Alternate. So let us see what will happen in alternate. Save, reload. Alternate is it is going from one end and it is going back and forth like this. This is the alternate. This is the alternate. This is the alternate. This is the alternate marquee that is going on the screen. Okay. So generally, what will be our uh, marquee? That is the default marquee. I mean to say that is generally the scroll. So I'm writing scroll here and let it be scrolling continuously. So I hope there is no confusion yet. And another one is whenever we create a marquee, that marquee keeps on going from the right hand side to the left hand side. It doesn't mean that it has to go from right to left only. Sometimes it can go from left to right also. Sometimes it can go from uh, down to up or up to down. So for that, I have to give the direction. I can give the direction. So direction I have to give is left. Left is the default direction that is going from the left hand side to the right hand side to the left hand side. So if I write left, so there will be no change like this. There is no change. There is no change. But if I write right instead of the left hand side, then this scrolling will change the direction like this. It will come from the other end. Now in the same way I can give up. Up up means it will go from the lower end to the upper end like this. In the same way, if I give down, down, then it will change the direction the opposite side. So we can have the direction also. There are four directions, and the four directions are basically the up, down, left, or right. So you can use any of these four directions in your marquee. And the next attribute we have got is the busy color. So busy color will set the background color of the object's path. That means uh, here we have got our solar system. This is the text that is moving from the right hand side to the left hand side. Now this text which is moving, I want this text to have the background color in its path, like busy color equals to, let's say, let's keep it white. So file, save. Now wherever this particular text is moving, this text will have a background color like this. So the text on his path will have the color in his background. Sorry. So I can change the background color like this, or I can put any other color as per my wish. The text will keep on moving in this particular format. Okay, so let's go to the next attribute. The next attribute is width, another one is height. So I can change the width and the height of the marquee. Okay, so how to do that? First let us try um, width. Width equals to, width means how wide you want this particular marquee to be seen on the screen. Generally it's seen on the full screen, but I don't want it to be seen on the full screen. I want it to cover only 50% of the screen, or only 30% of the screen. So for that I have to give the size. Let us give 50%. I can give it in percentage also. I can give it in the pixels also. So I'm giving 50%, saving it, then reloading it. Now you can see this is covering only 50% of the screen. If you want a little bit more, then I can give 75%. 75%. So till here is the 100%, and this one is 25%. So this is 75% is covering. In the same way, I can give the height of the marquee. Height of the marquee, let's say I'm giving uh, 100. So height is generally the percent, no, not the percentage, it's in the pixels. So I'm giving 100. I'm saving it, and here we go. See, you can see the size, the height of this marquee is increasing. Let us try to give a little bit more. 200. File, save, and see, this is 200. 200 is the pixels, and this 200 pixels is the height of our marquee. So this way I can increase the height as well as width of the marquee. And that was the last attribute. That was the last attribute. So I can even give it in the percentage. Let's say I want to give 10 percentage of the whole screen. 10% of the whole screen means 10% of the total height of our page. from here till here is 100%, and this one is the 10%. So this is the 10% of our 10% of our total height of the screen, and it's covering only 10%. This marquee is 10% and width is the 75%. Okay, so this is all about marquee. In marquee we have uh, the the first attribute is called as scroll amount, that gives the speed of the moving object, and another one is behavior, that can slide, scroll, or alternate. We have the direction, can move the text up, down, left, or right. Busy color sets the background color of the object's path, and width and height will help us to increase the height and the width of the marquee. Okay, so that's it about the marquee. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, keep safe. Thanks for watching.